sorry. Before Mehran starts, I'm so sorry. Thank you, everybody. I have to leave.
Mary,
I didn't want to disappear without saying goodbye, Babachan. It was a privilege to hear you speak as always. Thank you, everybody. Long time no see.
I love you, Mary.
Free Iran and Payende Iran Azad. Good night, everybody.
Free Iran has. Okay.
There's 8 of us now. Sabrina, you're the moderator, correct? There's Tina right there.
Boom, Tina.
How you like me there, Tina?
Hey, Tina. We are playing 90s trivia. So let me just run down the rules quickly for you so you know what's going on. We're doing first person to 3 points is the winner. If you get one wrong answer, you're out and you go to the goo. I have to... and all 3 answers. You can come off of mic to answer. To answer the question, you just have to say Tina, and then I will I'll call on you, and then you can answer the question.
Hello?
Oh, so you know your name if you think you've got it. Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Hello?
But let's say if 2 people say their names at the same time, I will
the moderator picks, and then otherwise it's jinx.
Pretty much. Like I'll have you count down from 3, and then you'll do it again. And whoever is the first that time, they will answer first. Okay, ready? Are you ready for question 1?
Go. Do we have teams, or is it just individual right now?
Individual.
Oh, nice.
No.
First question. Which 90s song by Britney Spears became her breakout hit in 1999?
Who big?
Brian. You can't answer yet,
You have to let me...
I was going to say dog, but I was going for the answer. I screwed it up.
It's okay. But unfortunately, Doc, now you can't answer this question. I'll read the question again. Which 90s song by Britney Spears became her breakout hit in 1999? A, so I did it again. B, Toxic. Or C, Hit Me Baby one more time.
Violet.
Steve.
Yeah.
That one gotta go to Violet.
It hit me.
Oh, that's how it works.
What was your answer, Violet? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Hit me, baby.
That is correct. Hit me baby one more time.
Only time that's when she was dressed as a little schoolgirl with braids in her hair.
She was cute. It was a cute song. Scoop.
Well, I'm also fair.
Well, you should eat less, because, that's what my dog's vet said.
Yeah, that's true.
That's pretty fair, yeah.
Eat less, but also lots of water, fruit, eat different stuff.
Bliss, I thought you were talking to one of your kids.
Oh my God.
No, I knew she was talking to us.
No, I'm not that bad of a mother. You're not a bad mom at all.
Yeah, you always said that. Talking about mothers, 2003, I saw this photo of Mount Kali in a museum in Michigan, and I knew it was sold on the black market. It was wow. I feel like calling the cops. Because the lady that was talking about it,
Police officer, they were just warning you that it comes with a price. So I decided not to be. Because, you go to a house and there's 5 kids getting arrested, or whatever, man. Stuff you don't even want to... And they all become alcoholics or depressed, kill themselves, or take it out on other people that maybe don't deserve it. I don't know. So I'm not getting involved with that. I mean, I think it's a great thing what people do, but it's depending on where you're at. But
it can be like that in education too. I mean, these days in education, it's
Oh yeah, that's much hard. Well, I wouldn't say much harder, but I'd say
it's
also difficult.
Yeah, it's constant because you're indirectly inserted into the lives of people.
Yeah, you have to be the parent where the parents.
Yeah.
And unfortunately,
it's like guidance counselor, uncle, whatever.
I have a parent. My friend, his brother was my teacher in junior high, and then his dad was also a teacher, so 3 generations of them.
Hello?
It was pretty cool though. But yeah, it's tough guys.
But you're not in
They don't do
law
it for the money.
You
They don't do
didn't
it for
do
the money.
law enforcement. You didn't do that as an adult.
No. My dad hated police, so he pretty much said, if that's the case, that, you know.
Bro, your dad was a trip. The day you had your dad on, that was hilarious.
What do you remember about it the most? Because I like to hear your perspective. I don't care about mine.
Well, I guess I'll tell everybody here. So this guy,
You could do it.
this Jacob here, who I really haven't really known that long on this app at all. So I really
Ghost, you want a new faggot
was
target? You
too
can just look for this
And then
wigger
you were
faggot
like,
here.
Yo,
Pro
on this
lyrical,
app, and this
Dr.
guy
Trump
came in,
derangement
he's like,
syndrome,
"Yeah,
man.
I'm on the Clubhouse, man. And you
Leading
always
the
do
coolest
all the
conversations,
videos
and he
was
never
like,
gets married
"Yo,
because he's like an Epstein type.
to my friends on
He likes to
Clubhouse."
abuse his
And
young
he's like,
students
"I
at
ain't
his
trying to talk to none of these
university
dumbass friends
while
on
he
this app.
lyrics his way
Jacob,
to
shut up. Stop
success
talking about religion.
as the super
Stop talking
wigger
about
of Clown
politics. Get off
House.
that app.
Wigger!
And then
Go in there,
eventually,
Ghost
man,
Lou. You
so
can troll him. His name is Pro Lyrical.
and then we couldn't shut him up. He was talking for like 3 hours, and then you were like, "Why? Will you stop talking on this? Get off! You're embarrassing me." Your dad was a trip.
Good one.
He was ready to go. Did he grab an account on Clubhouse? Or was that a one and only thing?
No, he doesn't know how to use it. So I have to, like, kind of, sometimes then if I'm in a good mood when I get off of work, I'm like, "Hey, Dad, I found what's wrong with these." Because some of these rooms, like, they'll pick them apart, like, you know, a fucking breakfast dinner. But well, some of these, I don't want to expose them like really bad negative people. So I have to be really choosy about when and where. You know, like here it's fine, but you know, some of these rooms, man, they like what? I had one crazy guy threatened to like bomb him from like the air, and my some Jacob Harrison, if you ever heard of him, but
Hello, wigger.
hey, Marshall, what was that other crazy guy that used to come on here?
Kitover?
That used to shoot the guns all the time.
Oh, Doc. You're talking about Doc.
I don't know.
Doc or something, the guy from Georgia.
Oh, you about the Rock War veteran Doc.
Well, I think he's fake, but yeah, and he's like, yeah, I think he probably killed himself at this point, but he was like, shoot around.
Now he's in another room right now doing trivia.
He lied about his credentials, because even my dad's like, this guy's full of shit, because my dad was a Marine for 10 years. And so he's like, that's not true, you know. That's one of the world, you don't like me, then leave.
Yeah, saying someone's crazy, that wouldn't narrow it down on Clubhouse.
I don't know. I was in the military. It's not up to me. I don't really care. If somebody wants to lie about who they are, I think that's their problem.
Well, I've been doing this. I've been doing this little interview series, and the problem with it is trying to find people who kind of are who they are and aren't afraid to go and interview like Marshall, you're who you are, so I should interview you, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? But like people who are interesting that have, you know, some opinions about some things and are willing to be interviewed too, which Halo can interview you sometimes. But like, and then let people interview them after, you know, based on what
I think it's a good idea. And anybody worth their sense, like when Marshall comes in my room, it's like a brand. I know what I'm getting, you know? You know what you're getting, a service, a brand, whatever you can call it, whatever. But I know I'm going to get a quality conversation, whether or not we agree on everything, that's a whole different point. But in general, it's going to come down to, it's going to make a better conversation being talking to everyone in this room right now, for example. And if we can make that better, market it better, or do it better, this is the kind of conversations people really want.
I suppose, yeah, it just depends on the day of the week.
Well, yeah, that too. But you got to be flexible, obviously.
But the thing, what my point though is that it's like there's a lot of people on the app who are very interesting people, but they're not exactly. It was to your earlier point. They're not necessarily public about who they are. Like they're sort of quasi-public. You know what I mean? So if you get someone like Fleming's Fleming down there, right? So like,
hey, what up,
you could talk with Fleming, and he's representing himself as Fleming. You know, like he's not hiding who he is, kind of thing. Like that's his picture, and he's got his last name. He's a real person, you know. But
Hey, Flemmy, come up. You from Compton, G?
Yo, Compton G.
but a lot of people aren't. They know who they are, so it makes it tricky. You can't really ask them too many questions. So
A lot of people are avatars, right? You need someone that's transparent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what up, Fleming? What up, Young Zealous?
What's up, man? Who wanted to know if I was from Compton? I was reading your bio. Oh, yeah, man.
Sorry.
Raised, man. Born and raised. How is it now? It's like mostly Mexican, right?
On your shirt too.
Yeah. Predominantly, yeah, about, 97%. Oh, so did y'all move out or what? What happened?
Hello?
I still have a house here, man, but you know, California's expensive, man. There's no rent control, so a lot of like we don't have that either, though. We never had rent control. A lot of people move to the Southwest or move to Lancaster, Palmdale, because it's cheaper. You know, Texas, Arizona, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, those places. How much money do you have to earn to be okay out there where you live in Canada?
Oh.
Approximately to live comfortably, if you don't have like a shit ton of kids, anywhere over 150,000. How would you be able to do that without being like a doctor or a lawyer or something? I mean, you can. I mean, you can pick up a trade. Like, there's a lot of guys that I know that do the HVAC stuff, man, and they're doing that. Even bus drivers, metro bus drivers, they pull in over 6 figures. How the hell's that? Really? Yeah, if you factor time, they get a lot of overtime. Some drivers are working like 16-hour shifts, man, almost 5 days a week. 16-hour shifts. I'm not doing that. It's either that or be like pro and, you know, go on the blade and then, you know, sell yourself, man. You know?
That's funny. That's funny.
Oh, goodness gracious.
How are you this evening?
Oh man, what's up, Benjamin?
Can I report a good conversation with a bad person today?
Sure. Yeah. What's up, Ninja?
Good conversation. No, I had an interaction with a really wonderful person who told me they wished that I was dead.
Wait, who said that?
Oh, wow. I think I heard about that. I had, you know, I have my little boys who text me all day long, and so that was communicated to me.
Benjamin, why did they say that about you? Or he, she, or whatever it is? Probably trans, right?
Yeah, Benjamin, why did they say that about you?
No. We did a room today about a very particular Sephardic rabbi with his very peculiar views. And I'm not going to repeat them here because
I don't know what
like this
Sephardic is, but I'll just pretend it.
This room was turned into that room. And I don't really want to do that again.
The Spanish vein orthodoxy of Judaism, this guy who, how to say it really fast, this guy who has some pretty radical views. Benjamin was arguing about his views, and
no, just to be clear, his views ended up in the Epstein files.
Yeah.
So I went and looked this guy up. There was a conversation in the Epstein files, and I was like, where'd this come from? And I found it. It's this one rabbi. And let's just say in context and out of context and any other context, and poor Dr. James tried to say, well, you're taking it out of context. We turned it around on Dr. James, and I said, okay, Dr. James, tell me please, what is the right context for this particular idea? You know, he didn't say another word for the next 7 hours. It was the quietest he's ever been.
Let's say hello to John Kitover. John, how are you doing today?
Oh, crazy John. He lives near me.
How's it going, John?
Hey, John, when are we going to get
Hey everybody, how you doing? Yeah, Caleb, Rabbi Caleb today made a death threat and said he's going to call the police. He's going to get Benjamin taken out, and that 1,000 sons of hate. And I think it's actually because Benjamin plays the fool, and he's not stupid, but he's playing a fool, annoying everybody, constantly brings up genocide and murdering babies over and over and over and over. It's so annoying that eventually some people are going to snap and they're going to say what's in their heart with regards to Benjamin. Hello?
people annoying.
Listen, sir, I don't know who you think you are or where you think your credibility comes from because you're a math teacher. How do we know you don't target your students for sexual exploitation? Your music sucks. You're a wigger who plays white trash fucking hip hop. You're a low class, low IQ mathematician. Where does your credibility come from, pro? And you live every day with hate in your heart for our president. It's pathetic. Get a life. Do something with yourself. I know you're doing something, but you're so brainwashed. You'll never recover.
Control of your room.
Take control.
Take control.
Take control.
What'd you have it for?
Not to take control of it, just to entertain myself.
Pick Jacob in the balls, please.
Jacob, you don't have to worry about it, man. I can handle it. But I did want to hear John Kitover though, because he really
I know
plays well for the title.
He's from my neck of the woods. We live 18 miles away, and he's got about 10 different clubhouse accounts, and he stays.
We all know John. We all know John.
He runs for Congress, but he gets like 6 votes. But writing himself in on the ballot.
I'm pretty sure that's his other account.
And he records himself on, whatever. I mean, I'm not going to judge it. I feel bad for him, but he's right.
Jacob, I was just running my room, taking control of my room right there, throwing in the audience for a minute. You're talking too much. Someone was saying something I didn't actually hear.
No, bro, I just want to make a small correction for brother. Was it brother Jacob? Was it D. Lee?
No, I just put him in the audience because he was being too talkative, and he wanted me to take control of the room, so I just want to show that real quick.
No, I just wanted to say really quick, I want to correct myself when he asked me about living comfortably. I want to say that as a single man, you can actually live comfortably making anywhere between $50,000 to $60,000 if you are very financially literate. That's if you're a single man, but if you plan on having a family, I think you need to, make a little more. But also, in addition to that, Benjamin, brother, I'm sorry that you had to go through that. I know Rabbi Caleb, he also goes by Rabbi Curry.
Benjamin has not been traumatized. Don't worry about it.
No, I know.
He's okay.
I'm just saying, as a Muslim brother, man, I hope you live a long, healthy life, brother, all right? I'll land.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Benjamin is the most prepared to handle death threats on all of Clubhouse. I'm sure Benjamin was trying to think of like a comedy sketch to develop from it after or something.
Well, I just don't know what I'm going to do with all this shit. I mean,
are you double checking your locks? Are you?
No, but I need to scoop up. How are we going to get all this shit back in Caleb? That's what I just don't understand. I mean, completely lost his shit. But somebody's going to have to piece him back together.
And as much as you love Caleb, this is
I do.
Unfortunate moment. You're always citing him as one of your favorite persons on the app, one of the most intelligent people in the app, in your esteem.
I hate to see him.
What does it say for you that someone that you find to be the most intelligent person is sending you death threats? This is to the title of the room.
I think it's I don't know.
Is it vice versa?
I think somebody went after him with a discombobulator and everything fell out.
It's a classic case where Benjamin thinks he's doing the right thing, and he's the good person, engaging in these difficult conversations, and other people think you are the bad person. It's just couldn't be more.
I think that there was only one bad person in that room, and that was the rabbi who posted the statement. Yeah, the guy who made the statement.
I have multiple emails and texts from people who saying they'll no longer be in a room with you. So you're doing something.
Yeah.
But
wait, will they be in a room with this rabbi? The rabbi.
I don't think you have to worry about that. He's dead, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's 90. He's in his 90s when it was written.
Literally uses his textbook on the Torah because he's such a scholar of the Torah that Caleb owns his books, uses those textbooks to understand the Torah.
Dano Cha Shakes.
Violet.
Damn, Violet.
Arby's.
Yeah. 1 second. Counting down.
American.
That is correct. It is Arby's. Look, Riley's beating your ass. I've never eaten at Arby's. So.
If you've never eaten at Arby's, you've never lived and eaten slaughtered meat that is just sweating with juices. Jeremy down there is a fat pig. He probably knows what it's like to eat Arby's. Hello?
It's not a mountain.
No, don't kick him. Don't kick him. Do not kick him.
I didn't kick nobody.
That's John Kitover.
Oh.
No,
That's John Kitover, the one and only. The one and only, the world famous John Kitover.
Okay. John, well, you gotta be in the goo because you're distracted.
Hello?
Okay, next question.
Yeah.
What is the annual revenue of all junk food companies in the USA? $1 billion, $1 billion, $5 billion, or $2 billion? Olive?
$1 billion.
Wait. It can't be 2026.
Hold on. Olive, what did you say?
$1 billion.
1 million?
No fucking day, sweetie.
Unfortunately, Olive, that is incorrect. You have one strike.
No, we gotta get rid of her.
Liquid.
Go.
Liquid.
Bye, bitch.
$1 billion, but good.
Bye, bitch.
You said $5 billion?
We said 2 shots, not 1.
Yeah.
Liquid, did you say $5 billion?
I can't hear it.
Did you say $5 billion? Is that your answer?
My answer is $2 billion.
Are you fucking all stupid? 10 billion in a day? What the fuck kind of planet you fatties live on?
Can we stop bringing him up?
God damn! Are you motherfuckers even know math? The truth of the earth escapeth thee.
Somebody's bringing him up.
I feel like the energy and vibe has changed with
Yeah,
this
it
video.
is. Right, for real.
And do you wish to continue? Because I it's getting the vibe.
Yes, please. I'd like to.
Yes, please.
I'm done
Yes,
after
please.
this round, but please.
Now, not that $2 billion.
I heard you say $5 billion at first. I'm
I
not
thought
gonna
they say $5 billion, but you
Okay,
want to
so
go with $5
no, I mean $5 billion is wrong. So I'm gonna give you that. The answer is $2 billion.
Right, exactly. I'm supposed to lose. I get it. Yeah.
Next question. First Taco Bell restaurant opened in Mexico, USA, or Spain?
No, I can promise. I don't make that scientific death promises, and I'll assure yours. So don't worry about it. But I'm a medical professional, so I can do it. So it doesn't hurt.
It's loading.
Those are not helpful.
It's not helpful at all.
You just quote one little thing from the Epstein file, and suddenly people come for your head. Like,
Were you talking about the colonizers?
Yeah.
There's people who recant colonization. They're dope. I like those people. I think every kingdom sucks over time, and I think there's a good side and there's a bad side, and his kingdom is coming to its end, and all that stuff like that. But everybody's not an evil person. That's white. So
let's bring John up. Speaking of that, let's bring John up and see if you still feel the same way after John talks to you.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to actually ask a controversial question about the difference between opinions and facts, because it's absolutely effing obvious that no one on this stupid app knows what a fact is or what an opinion is. And if I were to ask you, is that your opinion, sir, or is that a fact? Do you know how many assholes on this app will say, it's a fucking fact? It's not my opinion. So when you hear losers like that who are really angry and all or nothing, and they think they know fucking everything about Christians, about Jews, about Muslims, about him, doesn't matter what it is, they think their opinions are actually facts. And so I just, hello?
Let's see. Let's test that. So, Michaela, do you think John is speaking facts? What's your opinion?
I don't like to talk when he's broadcasting this onto YouTube and all that. I don't like to talk when he's in the room.
I hear you. I mean, he's pretty much always in the room. See that Anon account down there? That's pretty much him too. So you kind of can't avoid them. It's kind of.
Well, I would just say that that's both just your opinions. But the truth of the conversation is I'm a good person. There's a lot of bad people on here who project themselves, though, as good people. And the fact is they are the bad people. Hello?
Okay, is that a fact? You have like special. You want to break that down as fact or opinion for us? Because it's Michaela's opinion that talking while you're recording is not a good thing.
Yeah, where's the data, John?
You got to admit, it's pretty cringy, John. Recording everybody's room and broadcasting on your own channel. It's kind of weird, right? That's just my opinion. It's not a fact. But it is a fact that you're recording all the damn time. What up, Dennis?
Well, I would just, quote Marcus Aurelius when he said, life is opinion, universe is transformation. Therefore, everybody's facts are actually just their opinions. And my opinions are my opinions. And I don't think I necessarily, project facts all that much. I think I play the devil's advocate a lot to a lot of people. I play the contrarian. I'm a libertarian. And the truth of the matter is people on this app are extremely programmed, highly liberal, highly Democrat, socialist, populists that hate Trump, that live with Trump in a secret closet in the back of their fucking brain 24/7. And they come on here and they are political. And you are one of them. And a lot of people in here, if I were to ask you, are you political? You would say, no, I'm not political. But bitch ass wiggers, you spend the whole day here talking politics. And if you don't know what a wigger is, just go look at what Pro Lyrical does with music. This man is the Eminem of mathematics. And for him to do an interview with Lifestyle Steve, but never do a one-on-one and talk about the abuse of his college students, how do we know you don't have sexual relationships with your female college students? Who are you? What's your credibility, wigger? Hello?
It's a lot of opinion there, Joe. I'm not sure. The Eminem of mathematics. That was a hashtag right there. The rest of it I didn't quite hear. Do an interview with who? And then not with who? I missed that part. Do an interview with Lifestyle Magazine. I didn't hear what you said about that. I missed that.
No, the atheist Lifestyle Steve who lost his marriage. Anyways, the point is not that he has committed fraud by filing, thousands of Social Security disability applications, making over $1.5 million doing it fraudulently. The point is, are you looking for good conversations? And sometimes is that going to require you to communicate with bad people or people on the opposite side of the aisle? Hello? Hello? Well, I think if you can stand getting roasted.
I got some merch ideas for you. If you make a shirt, you should hashtag that hello with a whole bunch of O's on it. Like hello. Like that's definitely your catchphrase.
Yeah, that actually is really funny. That would be smart.
John Kitover for Congress. Hello. On the bottom.
I got the feeling I made a few converts today.
You think so?
Well, you kicked me out of the room immediately, Benjamin. You said I was a mistake and an error, and you kicked me.
I think that AJ might be on the fence. I think she's ready to. You
think she secretly admires you?
Well, it's not about admiring me, but I think she might be just about done with her religious affiliation. You know what I'm saying?
Benjamin, you do the same shtick that everybody else does on this app, which is prove to me God exists. And that's the name of the show. There's the pro way of doing it. There's your way of doing it. There's the other retard's way of doing it. And it's the same show, different category.
There's one more person for whom this particular passage, first of all, was fresh. Right? They hadn't seen it. They didn't really understand it initially. But after they understood what it was, and it was coming from a rabbi, and then it had a long history of scholarship behind it, I think some people are double thinking. And I think that's why they raised such a ruckus, because Caleb could see people walking out of his congregation.
Benjamin, you're taking something from the Epstein emails where Epstein, who is a piece of shit, is taking a very, ridiculous statement. Part of ridiculous statements, Benjamin, which is what you do, is the opposite of the ridiculous statement. And that's what you're failing to see. And you fail to see that when you're the green bean and it's the Benjamin show, it's centered around you. It's your doing and it's your content. And so I know you want to come in here and relive the moment with Caleb crashing out. Caleb has crashed out a 1,000 times. You're not special. He's trying to fuck with you. And look, you carried Caleb all the way to this room. So the joke's on you, fat boy.
Caleb, baby. That was a Caleb with a V. To answer your question in the chat.
It's Rabbi Uri.
Here's my empathy, Benjamin. I think you're not fat. I think you're good.
You're probably wrong about that, but here's my empathy, Benjamin. I think you think you're a good person. I think other people think you're not. Wait, I think they have Epstein. I think they have reasons for their opinions. What's that? Epstein. This is the reason for their opinion. Epstein goes to Epstein Island. Okay? He gets hold of some rabbi's quote about. I'm not even going to say it. It's that nasty. And he's got this quote from a rabbi, leading rabbi in Israel, in his emails. And I, put this up on the top of the Jumbotron. And how did the bad guy in this story, how come it's me for complaining about this shit? How come it's me for calling it out that's the bad guy? Why don't they send you emails about how they're going to disown Epstein and burn all the books they have from this guy, this cleric rabbi? But no, they're making no commitment to increase their Epstein number. Instead, they're just getting mad at the messenger. What is the heat to the messenger?
I think it's the tactic of the messenger.
I think of the messenger was, I don't know. Where Dr. James really put his foot in, and he was so incredibly stupid. He was blaming me for having taken the quote out of context. This is the most stupidest thing a person can say.
Well, Benjamin, you're a confirmed racist. Benjamin, I was shocked. I was shocked. Benjamin was accused of being a racist like 5 times today. I was like, you're going to call this fat ass innocent puff a fucking racist? This fucking pussy fat ass fuck? He's racist? And Benjamin even called it out. He said, everything is racist? It's just so funny, Benjamin, that people project onto you whatever their internal feelings are. And when people accuse other people of being racist, they are generally racist. It's always projection. That's what this app proves, is that projection is real, that it is internal dialogue. They're talking about their unrecognized self when they cast their self onto you through a projection. That's what this app is actually all about. And most people never see it because they're fucking stupid or they're a fool. And the point is, not everybody, it's a fact. It's not an opinion. Projection is real. And I witness it all day, every day. And I got a fucking bell here. And when I hear a projection, like right now, I hit my bell and I say projection alert.
Does that help you? One of the things that was really strange, it was really strange, is because Dr. James was kind of accusing me of being racist. And I wanted to calibrate his raceometer. So I just asked him casually if he could call this rabbi who said, and I'll quote it now, non-Jews are only in this world to serve Jews. That was the quote from the rabbi, the good rabbi in Israel. And so I asked Dr. James if he could just say that the good rabbi was a racist piece of shit, just to see if his raceometer was properly calibrated. Now, weirdly enough, he couldn't do that, but he could call me racist. That's a weird calibration on the racistometer, I think. So I think we got to get
What's up, John?
Dr. James's raceometer checked.
Yeah,
I'll make sure to let him know that, Benjamin.
What's up, John?
That can be typical if he goes into professional work and he doesn't have that adjusted properly.
Benjamin's dealing right now. Sorry, Chaya.
What's up?
Yeah, I'm a black woman in the United States. And
Are you 60, right, Chaya? You 60 years old?
what y'all? Yeah, almost.
Are you an elder? Because I heard yesterday you were preaching and telling everybody you an elder.
I am an elder, but I'm not quite 60. I mean, you give a couple years, and you hang on to a couple years before you show up at 60. 60 is a different story. So I'm holding off on 60, but damn near 60.
Bitches and elders.
I'm definitely 60. Nevertheless, my question is, with all, I guess, you white people on stage, what do you consider racism? I don't believe in racism from y'all's perspective, but I'd like an idea of how y'all see racism being a thing.
Well, can I ask you a question with a question? Because yesterday you all up about white structural racism and evil white men and the fucking white man system and all this other bullshit. So now when you come up on stage and lie and say you ain't a racist, but you want to know what racism is because you don't believe in racism, is that you actually saying you were fucking racist? Hello?
Your accent is just, I couldn't really understand what you were saying, but you want to talk about what I was talking about yesterday, and I don't have a problem with that. I'm very confident about all the things I talk about on Clubhouse, and I've been on here for 5 years, and I'm liked and I'm disliked. I've been called a racist my goddamn self, and I've been called a person who hates black people. So I'm not offended, and I'm not afraid of the things that you're trying to project on me right now because I had a question. But if you want to dive into what I was talking about yesterday, because I was on multiple stages yesterday, I'm not afraid of that either. I'm not afraid of the opinions I spoke about.
All right, well, let me ask you a question. You said you ain't a racist. Is it your opinion you ain't a racist, or is it a fact you ain't a racist?
I was the one who was asking the question. Can anybody answer the question? I'd like to know from y'all's perspective, because I think it's a trophy for y'all to consider yourselves racist. Although I don't believe in it, what is racism to y'all? And how do you project it? Or how do you know other people like you who are racist project it?
Everybody's racist. So first of all, it's not a question of if, it's a question of how much and to what extent, and are you cognizant of the biases and stereotypes that you bring to a conversation. In a simple simulation of interactions between people, all you need is for people to like their culture. It's not even their race, just their culture, what they grew up in, the language, and so on. That's enough to give you the precursor to effectively having racism in play in a population setting. It happens in a population setting. It sucks when it happens if people suffer as a result. And yes, some people have more privilege than others just by virtue of the color of their skin. Like, end of lecture. I don't know if anyone wants to add more to that, but I think that's pretty...
For something. No, it wasn't clear. What's not added is your self-reflection. That's not what's added. Projection is one thing, but self-reflection negates racism.
I'm beautiful and I'm pure.
I put it in the chat too.
Self-reflection negates racism.
It doesn't. How?
It does.
How?
It does. So in the last room I was in, I said to the audience that sunscreen has offered a lot of confidence, disillusioned confidence,
it's
and
just going to be such a powerhouse
amongst people who use sunscreen. And sunscreen is
it's just not like if I'm sitting in Dubai, I will never let it happen.
Like, why would I want a powerful, secular, functional state there? It just doesn't make any sense.
The problem is you are all still talking. You got to start to learn how to play music.
Hit the nail on the head.
What's going on, everyone?
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I think he hit the nail on the head.
What's up, tacos?
Like,
We've
for
talked
like the
about
Gulf
it.
Nation.
How you doing?
Why
Jay?
would the Gulf Nation want to
Don't take him down. Don't take him down.
Well, not only that, the Gulf nations have shown that they have no problem competing with each other. Right?
Yeah.
And they're cousins, literally, right? They see Iran as foreigners, and in addition to that, Shia, right? And they don't really like Shia very much. So yeah, they're not going to want to see a powerful Iran. They're not going to want to see an Iran competing on resources, on airline travel, on cookery to the west, so to speak. Any of these things. So that's why they will probably, and I know you guys don't want to hear this, fund separatism, specifically the Ahwaz, probably the Kurds as well.
Absolutely. These are things we're not considering. I mean, obviously, man, like they're little, like Siogai said, these are little factions, little groups, and powerful groups, and wealthy as fuck. Why would they want one majestic Iran there? Right? It doesn't serve their interest. So this is something I think I've thought about before. Maybe we can consider that.
Iran has a population of...
You gotta learn how to play music, everybody!
Can you guys hold on 1 second? One mic on me. Do not let Congress back up. In however many accounts.
He has multiple accounts, so you just have to...
I removed him
He
from
raises
the room.
his hand. I know. I removed the other Congress from the room as well. The guy has a lot of accounts. Moderators, if you see him, do not bring them up.
Some LGBTQ's triggered.
Nargis, if you remember...
I triggered an LGBTQ. It's always the LGBTQ that are always immediately triggered the most.
Also does not want to see Iran that's closer to the west, that they can also sanction Iran.
Yeah, because India wants to be that freaking bridge.
Yeah.
And he was saying like the RGC serves them pretty well, in the sense that so far as there is turmoil within the state, right? It would serve the Indian government well to be that particular bridge. China doesn't want to, march China as a boss, just wants to be the side moneymaker. The freaking Arab countries want to.
They're gonna bring me up again. We're gonna do it again. Come on, do it. Do it.
I mean, think about it.
Bring me up. Do it.
This particular nation just be as majestic as it can be, right? And RGC is a very good excuse, I think, to just stay there and be the source of freaking turmoil within its own people. It looks like it's all designed in some way or the other.
Honestly, I can think of a reason why every major power in the region and every major power in the world, almost every, they would not want to see a powerful, stable, developed Iran.
Okay, I have another follow-up.
Is Iran too big for the South?
Okay, maybe I will just jump
Pointed out. So we need to shift our mentality from this, that if we are successful, then they're going to be failing, and Emirates airline going to go bankrupt, and all flights are going to be through Iran. Maybe Emirates will invest in Iran. We don't know. Maybe there will be joint airlines. KLM and Air France, they are joined together. So now one is from Netherlands, the other is from France. So actually there are also opportunities in this, and I think at least in the business sector, some see that, because Iran is a very big market, and if investment is not subject to sanctions, and given the potentials and human resources of Iran, so it opens a lot of opportunities. So the question comes to the mentality. We are stuck with this idea that if Iran is great, and then all the countries in the Middle East are gonna, go down. That's not the case. And another thing, we speak of Arab world as if it is a monolith. It's not. For instance, we were talking about Islamists, and then if Iran becomes some sort of anti-Islamic state, that's not going to be the case. Even if that becomes the case, Emiratis already pushing and supporting the far right in Europe to kick out immigrants. Emirati politicians are talking about this because their concern primarily is about Muslim Brotherhood. It's about the Sunni jihadism. So that's their number one priority. And I don't think a secular Iran or even slightly anti-Islamic Iran would necessarily be a threat for Emirates. Actually, they might even welcome it. Of course, Iranians are mostly Shia, so of course there is little impact on Emirates if there are Islamic Republic doesn't have really much influence in terms of ideology inside Emirates, but Bahrainis, for instance, would benefit from that because they have a significant Shia population. So it's not a monolith, and it's not something that we can quickly draw a conclusion on.
Exactly. Also, when did money speak the language of religion? Let's get over it.
Yes.
It sounds like Catholics and Protestants arguing in the 16th century.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, we can't have a Protestant king,
Yeah. Exactly. When did fucking finances speak the language of?
That's exactly where we are. We haven't gone through Reformation, Renaissance, industrial area, and the Middle East. It's exactly.
And I can tell you one thing is that it's already, you have IDF soldiers, Jewish IDF soldiers on the beaches of Dubai, entering from Israel to Emirates, visa-free, with Emirates Airline and with the El Al airline. So if Emiratis have no problem cooperating with Israel, a Jewish state, they will certainly have no problem cooperating with the secular Iran.
Yeah, they're in the Epstein files too, by the way.
Yeah, but that's the exception.
Do you ground the positive side of what I'm positive?
No, I do, but the thing is that
Yaakov has
you kept on bringing up the UAE. The UAE is the exception, not the rule, right?
Well, I have been to Egypt, and there is full of Israeli tourists there as well. So what other countries? Morocco, I can give you another example. I have been to Jordan.
Egypt reluctantly accepts Israeli tourists. The Egyptian population is not friendly to Israelis.
But that's irrelevant. We were talking about the state.
Yeah, but they do so reluctantly because they kind of have to. Because of the deals that they signed with America and all of that. Morocco, kind of the same thing, right? But generally speaking, in the Middle East, they do not view Israel favorably. And in most Middle Eastern countries, Israelis can't even come into the country. Actually, anybody with an Israeli stamp on their passport can come into the country, not just Israelis, right?
Well,
we already know that.
Get into that, guys.
Yeah, so speak about the generality, not the exception. I think that's more honest.
My point is there is no generality. There are some countries where Israeli tourists can travel to, and they have business collaboration with Israel, and there are some that don't.
No, there are most that don't, and there are some that do. That's more intellectually honest.
Yes, but he's saying lesser exception, more generality. That's how he's.
Most of society does a shitty job of doing social cues for that kind of stuff.
I had a conversation with a white guy in a room, in a racist room, and I'm not racist. I had a conversation with him about science. In my bio, there's a whole lot of scientific evidence about how different we are.
It's my theory.
Biologically. And
She
just
projects,
because you need sunscreen
and
to shit,
actually
I don't look at you
is a
in
bitch.
a negative or an inferior light. We're just this, we're people trying to figure out why the fuck we're here.
She
That's
says
how I
she
see
read.
things.
It's my theory. She
in this
projects and actually
conversation,
is a bitch.
He said, fuck science, because I had him cornered by science. He said, fuck science, let's go to the Bible. I said, okay, let's go to the Bible. In Genesis, the
It's my
beginning
theory.
of
She
Genesis, God
projects and
said,
actually is a
let there
bitch.
be, the first thing he said was, let there be light. And then he proceeded to make Adam and Eve allergic to that light. Is that a real thing? And he got nervous and wanted to go back to science. That's the reflection I'm talking about. Y'all don't reflect. Y'all just do not. Sunscreen.
I was gonna recommend a little.
Sunscreen got y'all batshit crazy out of control.
I was really feeling the word that God put it on my heart. Just there with all y'all. Just a little passage from the Word of God. We could just find our way to our seats, take a deep breath, put aside the cares of the day, and focus on the reading for tonight is from Leviticus, the 21st book, and it starts hot. Comes in chapter, verse 9. If a priest's daughter defiles herself, now this is time for reflection, contemplation. If a priest's daughter defiles herself by becoming a prostitute, he disgraces her father. He must be burned in the fire. The high priest, take a deep breath, hold it. The one among his brothers who has had the anointing oil poured on his head, who has been ordained to wear the priestly garment, must not let his hair become unkempt. And let that breath out, or tear his clothes. He must not enter a place where there is a dead body. He must not make himself unclean, even for his father or for his mother, nor leave the sanctuary of his God or desecrated, because he has been dedicated by the anointing oil of his God. I am the Lord. Amen. Can I get an amen? I am the Lord, he said. The woman he marries must be a virgin. He must not marry a widow, a divorced woman, or a woman defiled by prostitution, but only a virgin from his own people. Not even a virgin from like some other people. No, this has got to be a virgin from his own people. I don't know who that is, but we'll figure it out. They settle now. Don't get excited. Trust in the word of God to do its work. Know that he will not defile his offspring among his people. So if he took a virgin, but not from his own people, see, he would be defiling his offspring. The word of God says, I just trust the word of God. I am the Lord who makes them holy. Hallelujah. And I get another praise Jesus. Praise Jesus. Okay. Chapter 16. The Lord said unto Moses, say to Aaron, I don't know what's wrong with God. Wouldn't just say this to Aaron himself?
God is like, yo, send him a text message from me. It's like, yeah, but you got a phone too. No.
Right, like, that guy, Jesus has like a single line. He's got a red phone to Moses, but he can't reach Aaron. He's like, turning the dial.
Listen, Jesus has the God app.
other guy doesn't. It's like
Which I quite irrationally connected with my financial position. I had a sudden impulse to eat heartily of the fish. It passed quickly, with the queerly hopeless thought that it wouldn't work. The blood now congested brain and became slightly tipsy in a silly and puerile fashion. I had yawning fits, became restless, wanted to stretch my arms, and experienced an absurd inclination to giggle. A faint, flitting thoughts, vague relatives, chased each other in my mind, which seemed full of rosy laziness. I felt an almost pious satisfaction at having eaten the fish, and a sharp, half-shocked annoyance with myself when my mind wandered from the subject. At one moment I had an actual pang. I can only compare it to that of a boy who has idolized and idealized his sister, and comes on her kissing the butler. This was when I had enjoyed a long rapture, almost a swoon of sleepy self-satisfaction with the fish itself, and with myself for having eaten it, and suddenly switched off to remember a peculiarly ribald and degrading episode in Naples when passion happened to be the master's word of the situation. A similar angry refusal to face the facts of life started up at the intrusion of a thought about the meaning of fish in ancient religions, as explained to me once by a contributor to the London Pontanello, who subsequently disgraced himself in an unspeakably loathsome piss of abomination. Last year, would rule. It is the archer gaineth skill by
I told you, Buddy can't eat barbecue chips. Last time you tried it?
It's still showtime, Bobo. We're ready to wow.
Come on, let's roll it.
Time for a little yoga. And John Kitover with TV News. Here are tonight.
Every true magician knows that all this practice has a mathematical, geometrical basis. With analytical geometry, he can trace the motion to the concealed necessities. He uses geometrical formula and diagrams in his practical work. Finally, though he knows himself to be above nature, he understands that his operations succeed to the degree that his thought, word, and action transmit faithfully powers of nothing.
There's like 10 more pages in this book. This is going to be the last page I read, so.
Clear window page After this, I'll try to find Dr. Copeland's room again. I couldn't find it. I was playing something else with Lonzo. The Arbor of Roses of the Magicians. It's page 66.
I have a 134 IQ. I make less money than friends who barely passed high school. Here's what it's the world, because the world itself.
During this half hour of hallucination, I was all the while conscious of the efforts of my body to eliminate the poison.
They were not displays.
I felt an assured confidence that it had no real hold on my system. Rather, as a man might pick up a woman of a certain class after overindulgence in the pleasures of the table, and fancy himself fallen in love, yet with another part of him well aware that she was no more to him than occasion for the sin and delight of the night, and for the repentance and disgust of the morning. 40 minutes after tasting the fish, the symptoms had completely disappeared, leaving a slight headache and an inexplicable sense of disappointment, such as a man might have who had backed a winner at 100 to 1 and been paid in notes of the Bank of Engraving. For long after, strange to say, certain psychological effects of the experiment persisted. I found myself constantly on my guard against those weaknesses which it had revealed in myself. I became almost morbidly suspicious about my food, and even cut out whiskey, coffee, and tobacco for some weeks. The reason is evident enough. I am a man of science.
Jacob, hey!
First,
Hey, Jacob, you want to get a beer? I'm in Lakeview. Where you at? Welcome to the new Talking Apes League of 2026, Jacob. You a talking ape. You talk a lot. You a big talker. I know you work in sales, so you got to make friends with everybody because everybody could be a possible sale. Hey, you're a salesman. Welcome.
replays off.
Nah, I'm turning my replays off. You turn your replays off. Don't you come in my house, in my room, and tell me to turn my replays off. I turn my replays on.
I'll say bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Joliet Jacob. Bye-bye. I can't have friends because friends won't have me. I guess that's what's the problem. It's not a me problem.
Sounds great. It just does.
Come on, Kaya.
You have a lot of interesting ideas. A lot of them seem grounded in pseudoscience. A lot of your links that are here sound like science fiction. I was just looking at one of them, trying to type these in and figure out what the hell they're talking about. But, you know, my friend Chinga here is a little bit more qualified to poke a lot of holes in your claims here. But, you know, this thing with, like, I'm lactose intolerant. And the idea that you think, I mean, you haven't actually said it, but after I've heard your pitch, it seems like you're trying to say like milk isn't good for African Americans, right? And the real fact is that lactase persistence is a trait that evolves, right? It varies by your ancestry. It's not African versus white, and it's not black versus non-black. There's many African populations that have high lactase persistence, and there's European populations with low, right? So that's a history trait. It's not really a race trait. It's just that you're tracking where, like, you know, the ancients put their cattle and what they should. It's not a skin color thing, though. You may see it. You know, a propensity for it, and you know, like the bone density stuff too, like this stuff that anybody's read or done a little bit of reading on. You know, it's like bone density averages, they differ slightly between whatever population samples you're looking at, but clinically, doctors already know that using race-based correction factors is a dangerous area. It sounds like you might not be aware of that, but it's why medicine is actively moving away from all the race-adjusted kind of, you know, whatever, all the risk calculators that are out there. This race is just an awful proxy for these kind of things, right? It's like population averages don't belong in individual diagnosis,
right? I'm not sure what your background is on these things, but they seem like really classic kind of tropes and memes here that you're pushing. I mean, there's stuff in here that's real genetics, right? Like kidney disease stuff or whatever, but they're not black genes and they're not race genes and cultural identity markers. Most people with African ancestry don't have the high risk variants that you think they do here. The stuff's malaria and parasite history. It's not race. So it's just weird that I'm wondering what your training is and what area that you're up on. Is this just stuff that you're perusing through, or?
So one thing that I appreciate is that you actually tried to access my bio. So thank you very, very much for doing that. Most of my links don't come from speculative sources. They come from sources that you respect. That's first off. Secondly, I would like for you, since you're doing that, and it's hard to, cut and paste my links because it's not live links. Focus on, I think it's the first one. It's from science.org. It's not from africa.org. It's not from kia.org. It's not from problackpanther.org. It's from science.org. And it's the most powerful for me. It's the most powerful link that I have in my bio. It speaks a lot. So if you can go to that, if you want me to just put it in the chat, I will. That'll make it easier for you to copy it. But if you've copied it and pasted it already, I would ask, Pro, that you go halfway down that article. It's a long article. If you're not interested in the article's subject, then I'd encourage you to go ahead and forget all that and just go down halfway to a chart that they sourced from the genome database that every healthcare provider and every scientist uses as a gauge for what you just asked me. And it will tell you that only less than 2% of the African genome has ever even been collected. And all of the genome, 78% of the genome is from Europe. And that's where the basis of all this science comes from, is 78% European. And European descendants make up at less than 1 billion people on the planet Earth. You have China that's 2 billion. You have India that's 2 billion. You have Africa that's 2 billion. That's 6 billion already. And forget the South Pacific and the rest of the world that make up a whole lot more percentages while the database is 78% European, less than 1 billion. And they ignore the rest of the world to come up with these scientific conclusions. When you have that kind of scenario going on, and they at the same time say that Africa has the most diverse genes in the world, we have problems. If you look at that chart, there's a paragraph below that chart. And it's not the captions of that chart, it's the paragraph below that chart. And that is probably one sentence long. And it says, once collecting African genetics is established, the African genome will be the foundation of all medicine for everybody, everywhere. Since right now it's less than 2%, we're only relying on white genes and we have no idea what black genes look like. There are some instances where they have accidentally or because of a lawsuit had no choice but to focus on what they ignored, one of which is my last link, and that's the HLA gene, which during the COVID-19 epidemic, when they created the vaccine, they ignored the scientists, the white scientists, because when you do participation rates, in all studies, you would find 80% European and like 2 black niggas somewhere, and the 2 black niggas don't coincide with the 80% European results. They ignore the black ones, and that's what they did in this study. And so the HLA gene that we have as African Americans, while they ignored it, when they rolled out the vaccine, young black men suffered the most. They suffered myocarditis. They suffered pericarditis. They are still in hospitals and can't fend for themselves because science said, we don't give a shit about the HLA gene that we see they have that's going to interfere with this vaccine. We don't give 2 shits. But You call everything that I put in my link, in my bio, pseudoscience when you know reputable sources according to y'all standards is in my bio. So stop playing with me. If you want the link, I'll put it in the chat. You already have it. Please read.
That's nice. Well, I mean, I've read, and I'm looking directly at the first article that you have here, which I see it's your science, and that's cool. There's a lot of interpretation on what's going on to this particular article. This one from Science. The way that you're interpreting stuff is revealing a definite slant that you have, which is an interesting.
Like this is how they operate every day. It's crazy.
God damn it. Make America Trump again.
Is this like? Did your mom or dad teach you to talk like that?
Why can't all black people get along with each other? Why don't all black people get along with each other? Why do you guys kill each other because you live down 2 blocks from each other? I don't understand.
Nah, it be over money, over bitches, whatever you want it to be over.
So you're gonna kill your fellow brother for that?
Yeah, I'll kill you over some money and a bitch.
Bro, I'm not black, so I don't know.
It don't matter. Anybody.
What about money over God?
Nope.
So you would kill a person over money? Interesting.
Yeah.
Who told you that? Why?
Oh, fuck your mama though. I'm gonna keep it real.
Point of order, moderator. I would like to point out that Bima told me an interesting story a couple of weeks ago about how she was robbed.
None of that suck ass shit.
Bima was robbed by a young African American male who made her go on drug delivery runs, and Bima didn't say anything. Eventually, Bima was tired and was like, "I gotta go home," and the drug dealer was like, "All right, bye, girl, you can go," and he let her go. But Bima, risked her life to make these drug deliveries with this street thug who put her, at gunpoint and was like attempting to rape her or kill her. But Bima stayed cool.
She should have wrecked that bitch. She going around telling motherfuckers.
Hello? I'm going to report you for saying that, Mr. T. I'm sorry, but you're going to have to get a new party hat, sir. I'm reporting you now to Clown House.
I didn't call the cops, though. I'm not a rat. I didn't call the cops, though.
Wait.
You're not a rat. You did call the cops, and you were robbed at gunpoint to go commit crimes.
So you let a criminal walk away to just hurt someone again?
Hell yeah.
Not you.
I mean, that's what criminals do. He's a criminal himself,
right,
so
but
why not?
Thought that she's like, but I didn't call the cops on him. So
yeah, she's also a criminal.
Yeah.
Man, you're a dick eater. Get off her dick. First she smack you, nigga.
Listen, that's
so she's a transgender then? She has a dick?
I don't know what she is. Goddamn, you go find out.
Well, I mean, you could be anything nowadays. That's the point that I'm trying to make.
Yeah, you damn near a bitch, though. I heard you like your voice.
He is a douchebag. Does anyone disagree?
No, my voice is called being intellectual, something that you'll never be.
The biggest douchebag.
I'm proud.
Well, point of order, the topic is Trump is a racist, obviously, and there's nothing you can do about it, MAGA, because when he puts Michelle Obama, beautiful Michelle, who's not trans, and dresses her up as a gorilla, and makes Obama, Barry Soetoro Barack, into a chimpanzee, we've got content creators that don't know what is appropriate and what is inappropriate. But they made AOC into a donkey, and that was actually accurate. There were other characters cast in the CGI film. It wasn't just Barry and his wife, her husband, Michael. The thing is, there were a lot of political celebrities being roasted in that CGI video.
To really, y'all really did this. This is crazy.
What's the matter? Why can't T have some space? Go ahead, T. T, tell us why you like Trump, T.
Man, listen.
Wow.
Hold on, let me tell you why I don't like this dick mouth Bruce.
Cool
Get my dick out your mouth, Bruce. What you worry about?
You got a cool nigga, a house nigga.
I'll fuck your bitch. Clown, punk ass fag.
Really?
He's a Buford.
You got
shut up.
Racist, a couple of racist white people on here. And come on now. I hope you better than that, Ann.
Fuck Obama.
Better than what? Do you hear what she said?
Oh my God.
He likes Trump.
No, I don't give a fuck what she says. He also said that.
You like Trump, and
what?
You like Trump.
Like?
You like
He
Trump.
loves. He loves. Is that right? Yeah.
All right. Yes, he loves.
Don't get another beer.
Like, why y'all even bring this little cool nigga, this dude, this T in here? Like, what are y'all doing? Like, are y'all serious?
Why can't he have some space though?
God.
But why can't? But let me just tell
And
me.
then,
Why?
the whole point, you got these. Oh, come on, dude.
Hey, Bruce, do you know how wise that is? Bruce,
Oh my God! And y'all hate Trump when Trump. Seriously, so y'all hate Trump that way, that bad that y'all gonna bring this dude on here.
No, Bruce.
This dude is so. You know he's so bad. He's not even a good actor. Kill yourself, dude.
Bruce knows,
dude.
That's gonna be great.
No. Seriously, dude, he needs to kill himself. He needs to die. Like, don't even be on here, dude. And then he's like, oh my God.
Bruce, I know this isn't my room, Bruce.
This is great. Y'all really
Bruce, did you have? Are you okay?
Are y'all really gonna hate Trump like that?
Bruce,
All right.
can you tell us why you like Trump, Bruce? Tell us why you like Trump.
No, Bruce doesn't like Trump. He's just promoting him tonight because
I fucking like Trump, dude. Y'all stupid.
You do like Trump? You like Trump?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, tell us more.
That's right.
Tell us like Trump.
Because he's realistic. Y'all not realistic. Y'all not like seriously. Y'all had to correct. Wow. Seriously. So he just like, hey man, this is the way it is.
That's
and
right.
y'all
Lefties
not.
need a notepad. Take some
All right, God, go ahead. All right. It is what it is. But the whole point is to kill yourself right now, dude. Like you're not even a good actor. You're done. Like,
Stop telling people
don't do
to
that.
kill
No, he needs to die.
He needs the character, right, Bruce? You're talking about the character.
And y'all pay this dude to do this.
You're still
ignorant shit. Dude, what?
Did you smoke today, Bruce?
You can't take the leftist out of the fucking leftist.
Oh my God. You need that too, dude.
Well, you gotta stop, Rick.
You need to stop, dude. And like, why y'all? Well, okay, why you white people? No.
Yeah, but he's a little inebriated.
Yeah, he needs a. As many as 1 million worldwide, Africa's received less than 1% of the total investment in genomic research and clinical studies. Marcia says that part.
No. It's the paragraph right after the chart.
What's your job you going through? Respectfully, I'm sorry, and I got friends that go through that shit, so I'm not looking down on.
Jeremy, just who I'm looking for. Oh, he left. He couldn't take it. He was gonna get sloppy.
Welcome to the John Kitover Comedy Game Show. Today's lesson: facts versus opinions. I got index cards. Fellas, let's settle this once and for all. Facts versus opinions. Keep mixing them up.
Keep mixing them up.
This is our Lord, the joy of the world, to be the whole of the Lord. Thou hast no right but to do thy will, do that, and no other shall say now. Every man and every woman is a star. There is no God. to live in the way that he wills to do, to work as he will, to play as he will, to rest as he will, to die when and how he will. To have the right to eat what he will, to drink what he will, to dwell where he will, to move as he will on the face of the earth. Free man has the right to think what he will, to speak what he will, to write what he will, to draw, paint, carve, etch, mold, build as he will.
Talking Apes! There is somebody's Talking Apes room.
To love as he will.
Gotcha, bitch. Gotcha, bitch.
And will love as he will. When, where, and with whom ye will. When, where, and with whom ye will. Five man has the right to kill those who would thwart these rights. Slaves shall serve. Love is the law.
Now you get it. See, now I'm doing it. That's what I'm saying. I don't do nothing. I told you
Technical livers of the
like, come on, man.
You're right.
I can't tell you how to respect.
See, but that's the thing. You immediately, you consistently say you don't mention children, but yet you just did.
Hey, Duffy, do me a favor. Back up from your microphone, please. Jesus.
I can't.
What children?
That shit was so loud.
Children.
Yo, you just mentioned, don't ever, you have no right to ever say you don't mention children.
What? I mentioned children just now? Other than you?
Seriously? You didn't mention my son?
Bro, I never mentioned your son.
I told you, you are the fucking little Christian chasing the tail in my PTR.
Nah, he's Dory from Finding Nemo. He forgot.
Wait. I mentioned your son?
Can't remember.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Wow.
So,
wow.
What?
Yo, listen, it doesn't matter.
Liquid. You need to get some
I never disrespect people's family. So I don't know.
You mentioned his son and his wife, bro.
Yeah, word challenge.
I mentioned
my wife several times.
I always mention his wife.
Damn, son. Yo, y'all motherfuckers got different, boundaries of respect. I would not expect.
Like, what happens if y'all actually, confronted me and then you still fall asleep, right? When I separate you from your consciousness, right? What happens then? It's not like a book.
Dude, you are not even conscious right now. You don't even know what the hell you're saying.
I don't even know what you just said.
What I just said was that's how swift it happened. I didn't know what happened.
Yeah.
Let me just call the cops. I'm going to my white roots again. Let me call the cops. I'm going to my white roots. I ran into a real.
Can we normalize Can we normalize apologizing when we cross the line? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Can you apologize to him?
Liquid. If you keep on going, I'm gonna marry your daughter to stay.
Okay.
You're gonna marry my daughter.
Well, I never mentioned your daughter. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I never mentioned your daughter.
What did you say?
Yo, gulag his ass.
Why don't you talking about?
Bitch ass Dookie.
What did you say though? We slow it down for a second so I can understand. All right, so Lala or Sabrina, did I ever mention his son? Yes or no?
No, I wasn't paying attention.
Right, because I never did. Did I mention his son again? Lala. So y'all keep on making shit up. You guys
I wouldn't lie to you, bro. I ain't got no reason to fucking lie to you, bro.
What did I say about his son?
What you said was that his son hates him. Right, Boards?
Yep.
Or I don't want to say right. Is that what you heard?
That's exactly what he said.
That's what you said.
Your son hates you.
Oh,
two white, and I will something with your white.
Dick trying to figure out how to break the storm.
Not it at all. Stop
you got me smiling.
43, 53, 93. $43, 53, 93. $43, 53, 93.
So I mentioned his son or anything.
So I think that everybody should just know and agree
43,
that children are off limits. But then, Bert, to your point though about like everybody having a line for like when it comes to disrespect, right? Some people's line is their kids. Like you don't say shit about somebody's kids, and then if you say something about someone's kids and they feel some way about it, they take that as disrespect, right? Just as the same way as Jerry calling me a monkey, I feel as though that's disrespectful. So like everybody has a level of disrespect. Like, you know what I mean? It's just it's like weird double standard.
Not everybody's playing the same game with the same rules. Some people are willing to go beyond hell.
I get it. You used to like. I get it. You used to like cornflakes and sweet shit in your cereal box because you was a little baby. Now you're a grown man.
I put sugar on my cornflakes. Yeah.
I don't care. I never mentioned shit about nobody, children, or his son, because I didn't even know he had a son or anything. Y'all just made it up because y'all
go ahead, bro. All right, so
no.
I believe you. I believe it. I really don't care.
Go back into the replays. I'm not even like that.
I'm not gonna do that.
I would not let nobody disrespect your family, your kids, if you have one or not, his, mine's, none of that. I'm just like man to man, face to face, people to people, nigga.
Okay.
Okay, so let's leave it alone.
Yeah, let's move on.
Because it was kind of weird that you actually, I know you was lying. You're like, yeah, Bert was like, straight up lying.
I wasn't lying, but bro, I'm not gonna argue with you about it. And it's Boris, like, who feels offended. So that shit ain't my beef. You need to tell him that, not me.
Listen, I exist. I'm one of your comrades. I'm just here. Do not try to be like, how can I just like, all you gotta do is focus on the women. Don't look at me and be like, damn, don't compare yourself because it's gonna be a tall order. Behold, nigga.
Okay. Alright. I don't know what the fuck you talking about, bro, but I'm with you. Oh shit, Jeremy thought that room was about to be popping. How many people we got in there?
This is how that works,
back channeled me.
He thought that shit, right, Bert?
He back channeled you. What he say?
If you weren't, Jeremy said to me, and I quote, if you weren't a victim of the USA education system and an anti-free speech Nazi, you would have read what I said properly, aka you're a talking monkey, not a talking ape. It wasn't race based. It was talking ape based. That's why you white. That's why you are a white American Nazi, aka talking monkey, instead of talking ape. This motherfucking house was built on allowing diverse views, talk and debate their differences. You just a Nazi cracker victim of your USA education system, and that's why you'd rather shoot me. You ice over a TA every day you come on this app, and I'm gonna treat you accordingly. Anti-free speech ain't TAs. Kicking people from rooms against the rules. And he can argue with himself in my back channel.
Take her to court. Take her to court. I'll be your
No, don't take her to court.
No, you can't take my thing is I don't have a leadership or an admin in this house.
Oh well,
so take me to court for what?
There you go.
Also, the way that he wasn't typing with correct grammar was insanity to me. But again, he can argue with himself in my back channel.
He was upset. You know when people get when you know they're really upset, a lot of typos in what they put in the chat.
Exactly.
But you know what? You know what's going to be funny though, Sabrina? If we just ignore that, watch how you pop back up in here. Watch how you pop back in here, and then we laugh.
Another one. But you a cracker Nazi who don't care about TA rules, right, Sabrina? You just a white ice cracker dying to shoot a foreigner like me. Did you get flushed and excited when you shot me, Ice Agent?
Wow, that man is unhinged. Like, what the fuck? Why is he speaking as if he's not a white guy?
What he's doing is trying to protect
speaking as if you're a white woman. That's weird.
No, he's protecting himself through his text, so it don't look like he's racist.
Regan says he's smoking meth.
Yeah, I don't know.
You gonna shoot me? You a cracker? No, you really talking to her and you call her.
Everything is too big. The cars, the
Don't
drinking,
try to
the
switch
squirrel.
it up and say you cracker and call her all this. He's trying to protect himself through his text.
Country, everything is too big.
You call her money straight up.
The hardware store for a box of screws and a clerk says people like you ought to stick to knitting. Can you believe that?
All this other shit that sound like
Great, that's 200 pounds of
He fucked up with that one. That's a bad look right there.
You know what I mean? Like, huh? What? You gotta be like, you got that. I don't know how to do that. Let me get a little messy. Let me call a black woman a monkey and then call her a cracker in the same sentence. Get the fuck out of here. Nazi in the same sentence. Fuck out of here, nigga. Anyway, what up, Sin? This is why I'm going to leave America.
Yo, let's go.
You know what I mean? Like, yo.
Spirits of the Nile, accept this offering.
Mind you, I tried to be nice to Jeremy today and ask him if he wanted to play trivia.
But he was like, I tried to be nice to him. He was like, so that Sabrina gonna be the best thing ever. He was picking you up, and then now he fucking fights with you and shit. That's so gross.
The thing is, Sin, I didn't start any of this beef with Jeremy. What happened was him and Samoa had that dumbass bet, and then when I didn't agree with Jeremy winning the bet because the whole thing was like convoluted, that's when he got in the chat and started calling me all types of crazy things. And then so I addressed him. I said, hey, I didn't like that you said that stuff about me. Like, can you apologize? Like, because I felt like you were disrespecting me. And then instead of just being like, yeah, my bad, like that was disrespectful, he was like, well, I'm going to explain to you, like, why I said it. And I was like, Jeremy, I don't give a fuck why you said it. It was disrespectful. Like, hello? And ever since then,
Hello?
like, it's been this. So. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is also Jeremy as the Anon right there, probably.
You know that you got so much fucking pull in this fucking game to make the motherfucker look stupid, but just being quiet and just let him just laugh at everything a man is screaming at. You monkey, you this and that. I need your attention right now. I have a room that I'm lonely in. Just do something. Do something.
The room that I'm lonely in is crazy.
Just do something, Sabrina. I'm important, Sabrina. If you just chill right now, he's gonna come back up here. And that's when we go, boo-hoo, ha, 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 ha. We go, boo-hoo, ha, look at that nigga. So.
Yo, that motherfucker turned his back on this house, bro. He dropped his admin and all that shit, man.
Yo, Bird, isn't that the most whitest shit that somebody can ever... No disrespect on white people. No disrespect on white people in here, but they're like, okay, nobody love me. Boom, shoot myself, and then get mad at everybody because you literally took away your own leadership. Like, you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna suicide bomb. And now you're like, fucking with people.
We have another one. He said, and I quote, "What's funny is that you probably just got the same rush from treating me like an Edomite, whatever that word is, Edomite, as a BHI. What is a BHI?
A black Hebrew Israelite.
A black Hebrew Israelite. He's trying to figure out what you are right now.
He said you should check out the Israelite movement on this app, Sabrina, or the white supremacy movement. Both would be right up your alley. Anti-free speech Nazi. I'll speak with anyone. Nazi silence. I silence. Sabrina silence. I don't know what the fuck he's
actually
about.
Wrong about that, because those two like groups, people support white supremacy.
You guys need to stop talking so much and play some music.
I'm actually going to respond.
No, don't respond.
That was actually inaccurate.
Hold
on, white supremacy.
This is completely ludicrous what she just said. She said both parties. The Republican Party was founded on the abolition of slavery and the abolition of multiple marriage. Like, that's literally the whole purpose. What you're trying to do is you're trying to frame that the Republicans are the Whigs, and they're not. They weren't. And they actually beat the Whigs out of power to achieve. They're the greatest third party that has ever come about. So to argue against this point that there was never a party switch, the mentality, the mindset of the Democrats has never changed. We see that in modern day politics today. When they argue pro-mass migration, they argue, well, who's going to pick our crops cheaper? They argue that same argument. We're looking out for them. We feed them. We clothe them. How would they survive without us? And it's absolutely ludicrous to say that the Democrats of the past were not big government. Where do you think all the farm subsidies came from? Came from Democrats. If you want to talk about what occurred in the switch from the Republicans of the early 1900s and the Democrats of the early 1900s, was the class. At one time, Democrats were the farmers and the Republicans were the urban centers. Now that aspect switched. However, the value system at one time was agreed upon. The value system in the country we shared. You know, God, country, Bible. This is what we had. As a common bond between Democrats and Republicans. What has happened with the modern Democrat Party today is they don't share the same value system as the GOP does. Plain and simple. That is where the
Everything's too big. The cars, the drinking, the squirrels. They stare at me like tiny gym coaches.
Fine, all the money's the same color. I paid a bus fare with a coupon yesterday. Exactly the same as it's been for the last 150 years.
Right. Like when I looked this up, it says the evolution of the three clans. So the first clan was 1860s to 1870s, which was the Southern Democrats, and their main target was Black Americans and Southern Republicans. The second clan was 1915 to 1944, and the affiliation, both parties depending on region, and their target was immigrants, Catholics, Jews, and Black Americans. Now the third clan, 1950s to the present, and the main target, civil rights activists and minorities.
Look, to add on to that, look at what the Democrats have today. Rather than the Klan, they have Antifa. You have these masked marauders going around and creating chaos and havoc in urban areas and trying to frame it on opposition forces. Look, the mentality hasn't changed. They just have changed their names. They changed the colors of the clothes that they wear. Rather than wearing white masks and white hats, they wear black masks and black hats now.
I wanted to add here, and what's up, everybody? And the Great Switch thing, like, the Great.
Hello? Hello?
Great Switch thing, real quick. I'll be quick here. The Great Switch is that I get Joe is right about that type of switch also, but the whole switch thing is referred to like when the South went red, right? That's really what everyone's kind of thinks they want to talk about, when the South went red. Because before the whole civil rights shit, the South was all blue. If you look at a map of the United States, you know, like the Southeast Conference, right? So like Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky.
In the history of the United States of America,
right? Remember the guy in Mississippi, Wallace, all the South senators, everything was blue, bro. They all voted blue, all of them. And then right after civil rights, it went red, and everyone's like, "Oh,
hold on, Mike." It wasn't right after civil rights. It was 30 years later. The Democrats still controlled many parts of the South.
Yeah,
all the way up until the Clintons and even into the early 2000s.
Yeah, agreed. But I'm saying, like,
Point of order, moderator. This type of history hypnosis will never end. How much longer will we have to bear this American history hypnosis?
Okay, well, here, I'll tell you what I'm getting to, and then I'll go back to it. The point is, when the South went red, that's when the South stopped being racist. So I want you to understand that. It's when they stopped being racist. Everyone thinks, oh, the South is so historically racist.